And welcome and thank you for tuning in to Umi Jua's Tarot. We are clearing the energy from the deck. We are clearing the energy from the table and from the reader and from you guys so that we can get a clear and precise message. We do not want any residual energy from previous readings or anything that we might have going on, situations and feelings, emotions, and things getting in the way of this reading, okay? So, our supporting crystals have been cleaned, and we are shuffling the cards now to infuse love, truth, and authenticity into the deck. We are seeking a reading for the collective. Wow, we got cards flying out. Somebody is really in a state right now. Somebody is in a state. These cards are just flying, but come on now. Come on. Come through with it. I'm still trying to infuse the cards with love, truth, and authenticity at this point. But somebody, are you trying to block your reading? What are you doing? Because you're all over the place. This is a reading for the collective, for the divine collective. We are seeking love, truth, and authenticity at this time. What do they need to know most? Whether it be for one person, 100, 1,000, 1 million. What does the divine collective need to know most during this particular reading right now? Goodness gracious. Okay. You got a lot to say. A lot to say. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. You see your cards here? Tell your story. Tell your story. This is somebody who's married to a preacher. Yeah. When you first met him, you thought that this was going to be your saving grace as far as what you have been searching for spiritually. You joined his church and his life thinking that you were going to be at peace. But you're now in a state of despair and depression. Lots of anxiety, insomnia, hopelessness in this relationship because he wasn't true. He's in it for the money. And he's brutal. He's very mean to you. But you're a very compassionate and nurturing woman. Very soft-hearted, again, with this temperance card. It's angel energy, which is why he was drawn to you. Because he's very greedy. He's stubborn. He's obsessed with wealth and status. He's impulsive. He's hasty, okay? He has great ideas. He knows how to put things into fruition to get the money he wants, right? He's very much a free spirit. He don't let that church stuff, he don't let that keep him from getting what he wants. He has very high expectations of you. You can't even have a hair out of place around this guy. And he's going through some legal issues right now. Possibly fraud or scamming. But he's very mean. And He's got your judgment all cloudy, which is why you have all this worry and anxiety and insomnia, this depression. I feel for you, sis. I'm sorry. I can feel the heaviness in your heart. I can feel the confusion as well. Because you're questioning, how did you get in this situation? You're thinking it was you. What red flags and what signs did you miss? And I tell people all the time, when folks get to talking about these red flags, don't blame yourself. You know, this blindfold that you had on, they mean for you to have that on. Nobody walks up to you. He wasn't going to walk up to you and say, oh, I'm a scamming, abusive preacher. Come be my wife. He wasn't going to do that. You know what I mean? He meant for you to be in the dark about who he is. That's why I tell people all the time. Like it's a lot of cards that's coming through that I'm trying to avoid, because I don't want to keep breaking your heart. I mean, we already know what the problem is. And I'm I don't like the soft pedal stuff, but I don't want to beat you up with the truth either. The truth without compassion, in my opinion, is cruelty. But you are in a deadlock. You're really having a trouble making a decision to leave this relationship. And it's because of your church and your spiritual beliefs. Right. There's a lot of self-doubt here. You're a lot of, you're ignoring the call from spirit to get out as well. Right. Your inner critic and self-loathing are off the chain. Yeah. Just burden. This relationship is a serious burden. But you're resisting an inevitable end here. This has to end. And this Six of Swords is telling you to make the transition right after the Ten of Swords. If you make the transition, it can't get any worse for you. Okay? It's only upwards from here. But whatever your spiritual beliefs, your religion is telling you, I don't know any God who wants his star child. I don't know any God who wants his star child in anxiety and despair, being treated cruelly. Okay? I don't know any God who wants that for his or her child, or whoever you believe. No God wants that. And I was going to say that he's in your pocket. He's even in your pocketbook. Let me say this with all sincerity and compassion. It's one thing for him to be scamming the church folk, but you don't want to end up in financial ruin with this guy. And I'm getting that he's trying to get you to file bankruptcy. Don't do that. Don't do that. You've got to find your inner strength and come out of this self-doubt. Find your inner strength and come out of this self-doubt. Okay? Wow, that just flew out. Let's see what it is. This literally flew across the room. And I'm almost scared to turn it over, but let's just see what it is. The Magician. Girl, if you don't get yourself out of this, you got me out of my element right now, because you have the Magician card right up against the Star card. And you have Earth Angel energy right here. There is no way that you can leave this situation and things get worse for you. It can't get anything but better. It literally can't get anything but better for you. Okay? You have got to, even if you don't trust yourself, trust God. Can you do that? You're wondering if you can trust God because you ended up with this person? I don't know what to tell you. Take it as a life lesson. You know, we start blaming God for stuff that's just human beings being human beings, man. You know, that devil card keep trying to jump out, but I keep stuffing him back in there. I don't want to be bothered with him either. It's either him or that heartbreak card that jump out. I don't want to be bothered with neither one of them. We already know this guy's a bully. We already know he's a thief and a scammer. Okay? We don't need the devil confirming that. But he just keep on trying to jump out here. All right? But you're a star. And you have the ability to create the kind of life that you want. To manifest what it is that you want. And he saw that. You know, he saw this light in you. He saw this angel energy. Right? You had a lot of self confidence and creativity. He saw all of that. Why else would he, you know, even come to you? But he's broken down your self-esteem so he could get to you. You've been searching for meaning in all of this. And I'm here to tell you there isn't any. Stop asking God why and stop asking God what now. And you already know what. You know God didn't intend this for you. Okay? Don't live in the illusion and wishful thinking that it's going to change. That will require him to change. And that's not going to happen according to the cards. There is nothing here about him changing. But there's plenty here about you being in distress and in great despair. Okay? The wishful thinking is not helping you. You've got to tell yourself the truth. And the truth is you need to get out. But that's the card speaking. That's not me telling you what to do. Because I don't want nobody coming back and saying, oh, Jua told me to get out, so let me go. No. Here's the sun card. More light. You're just full of light. Angel energy. Star card. And now the sun card. You're just a warm and joyful person when you're not being bogged down with anxiety and depression. Just positive. You know, you celebrate life. But this is also an indication that if you leave, all will be well. Your road, the things that you will create, this magician card, the things that you will create will be very, very much so beautiful and bright for you. Okay? No, I'm not pulling that devil card. I'm not. Just ain't. Just stop trying to fly out here, man. We already know. There it is. Okay. This is your confirmation. You've been wondering if the devil set you up. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You know why? Because you're a star child. You are a star child of God. You are a sun child of God. You are pure light. You are a temperate child of God. You're an angel. So yes, you got set up. That's the answer you wanted. There's the truth. You got set up. So question is, what are you going to do about it? Man, I sound harsh. I sound like I'm preaching. I don't want to be a tarot bully, okay? I just don't. But I mean, I have to tell the truth, which is why I infuse the cards with love, truth, and authenticity. And truth without compassion and without empathy is cruelty. And I'm not speaking to you anything that I haven't been through. I was in the same kind of situation. He wasn't a preacher, but he was supposedly very devout. You know what I mean? So I understand the predicament you in, and you really question yourself, and you question God, and you question everybody except, except the people that are doing this stuff. And you give the devil too many breaks. So yeah, he set you up because there's something great for you to do here in this earth. And that's the only way. This is the only way he can stifle light. The only way he can stifle light is through other people. Because if you just walking in your light and you operating in who you are, there's nothing to stop you. Yeah, I'm in school right now. And one of the things that I've learned in one of my classes, we do a lot of, we study a lot of studies, like scientific studies, where they do experiments and, all the things. And one of the studies was on the nature of well-being around the world. They studied many, many cultures. And they went through all the things that, would normally be seen as what gives us the most well-being, what affects our well-being the most. Money, our careers, family, health, all the things. But what they found was the biggest predictor of whether or not we will have a good, healthy, strong, fundamental, pure, and happy well-being was the nature, the quality of our relationships. A person who had quality relationships in their lives, especially the closest relationships, those were the biggest predictors of positive well-being. It wasn't money. It wasn't community. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't even health. I thought health would be at the top. No, it's relationships. So this has been scientifically proven. So, we just got to be more careful about who we connect ourselves with. And we've got to trust that the light that is in us is pure and true. And we've got to be willing to just walk in that light. We've got to be willing to be that light on the hill. If you set your light up on the hill, everybody ain't going to come up there. They get tired easy. They lazy. They're emotionally lazy. They're not going to do all that work to come up that hill to get to that light. But if you keep coming down to their level, they'll siphon that light as much as they can and leave you in darkness. All right? Okay, well, if this message resonated with you, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and subscribe. If you know somebody that could use it, if it did not resonate with you, go ahead and forward it to them. And even if you were just entertained, like and subscribe. Until next time, I am Umi Jua, and you have been read.